Hi everyone, and welcome back to Art with Mrs. S. Today we're going to be adding some paint to our landscapes and our trees that we made in part 1. To work today, you're going to want a Q-tip or cotton swab, your art from part 1, and then we're also going to use some paint, and I have some warm colors here today with me. I have yellow, orange, and red, and I like to work light to dark, so we're going to use this first. We're going to use yellow first. I like to keep one end of my Q-tip clean and the other end is going to be my paintbrush. So let's go ahead and start adding our leaves to our trees in our landscape. So I dipped quite a bit of that yellow on, and now I can hop around and add leaves to my trees. Sometimes you can kind of make them more of a leaf shape instead of a dot all around. Sometimes it's nice to show some that have fallen to the ground. You have them down here in the grass. I could also use yellow to put a sun in the sky. So I'm adding all these leaves. Notice I am hopping. I am not brushing. I'm not swirling my Q-tip. I'm just hopping around and adding all of these leaves. And I'm going to have different colored leaves in all these trees. I'm not using green because I want them to show that they're changing colors and that fall is either in full force or about to begin. If you want to do a sun, you can do it up towards the top of your paper, you can do it in the corner of your paper, and that's where you'd want to brush around and create that sun. Nice. Now I think I'm ready for orange. I don't really need to clean out my Q-tip or cotton swab. If it's kind of goofy looking, it'll still work. We don't need to clean it out. I'm going to scoop up orange this time, still hopping around. If some of them touch that yellow and kind of blend together, that is just fine. And I can put some of these down towards the bottom too. I want them connected to my tree unless you want to make one like the wind just blew it off my tree and now it's kind of in between the ground and that tree. Put a little bit of each on each tree. The different shapes and the different blobs and the different dots look really nice. Don't really want to cover up the yellow that I have on there, so putting them in different spots on the tree. You can make these trees seem a lot bigger or rounded. Take your time. You have lots of time to paint. Take your time and go slow. Get a couple of leaves out of one dip. Now, once you have enough orange and yellow, I'm going to move to my last warm color, and that's red. Again, I don't need a new Q-tip. I don't need to switch sides. I don't need to clean it. I'm just going to dip right into red, and I'm going to add in a little red on my trees. And this is where you're going to see the most blending because it is hard not to touch the other leaves, and that's okay. I don't want to overwhelm my trees with red either, so go slow. Be mindful of where you want to put those leaves. Don't completely cover up your tree either. You still want to be able to see some of those branches, and you want to be able to understand that this art is a tree. Ooh, I got a little globby there. Go backwards and use another color. I don't want to mix them too much because I'll lose those colors. They'll all turn brown and we don't want that. When you're all done, we'll be moving these to a place to dry. In class, we'll be putting them on a drying rack. Thanks for joining me today. I can't wait to see your warm color trees.